So today's video, because the car's gonna be done or down for about a week or two, or I'm sorry, a week, because today's Saturday. There's another drift event in a week. I've been leaking out of the rear main seal for about probably a few months now, and it's not really a big operation to do, but I'm like, hey, why not just fucking knock this out so I can knock out the rear main seal and the fuel pump together, and once that's done, no more leaking at all from the engine bay, which would be good, and a brand new fuel pump, and then I'll be fucking set for the next event. To save me time, took out the drive shaft. All it is 4 bolts, and then like the carrier bearing somewhere right here, like this bracket is 2 bolts, and it literally just slides right out. So these are 2 14mm bolts. Put them off to the side. But anyways, I'm gonna start taking off all the wiring. It's connected to the tranny. So I think it's like the speed sensor, whatever this electrical connection is. Move down here, another electrical connection. Probably held up up here. This electrical connection. And yeah, that's it. And we're gonna bring this whole little wiring harness over here to the front. All right, 10mm bolt that you can't get a damn socket on, so you gotta break it with the open end. And I have a screwdriver because it has a screwdriver. Yeah, I think this is a speed sensor because it has like a little rotor wheel on it. So it's just one little thing. You're probably not even looking at me. Yeah, this little bolt. It just pops right out. Ew. Yeah. I just moved the damn drip pan too. There's that. Alright, next thing I'm gonna do is take off this connection. Trying to see where the release button is. Well, I got this one off. What you have to do is pull this part up. I was trying to push this pin down, but the pin doesn't fucking move. So yeah, for your knowledge, pry up on this part right here, and it'll slide over that little nub, and it'll slide off. Next thing is this one right here. This one's pretty easy. You just gotta pry that, push this down, slide it off. Same with this one, pry it down, slide it off, and that should be the whole harness. It will all come out. Tuck this all up in the wheel for now. And now we can start on the mount bolts. There's 2 mount bolts. Well, anyway, one right there and one right there. All right, got that one of the main bolts off. And that's what I didn't want. She should be good though. So there you go. Starter is out. The that's the bolt I'm going to be working on. It's going to be fun. But yeah. Alright, got the very top one off. Wasn't that hard once I got a few rotations with this socket. It was hand loose and I was able to just unscrew it by hand. Next one is a top left, driver left, maybe at the 11 o'clock position. I got this guy right here. That one that shows right next to the header or exhaust manifold, whatever. I already got that one. Now it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, and I believe 5. I can't see from that side. Alright, got all the bell housing to engine mounts off. The only thing holding it in is the spline on the inside of the transmission, and these 4 nuts that hold the back side of the transmission. Because after you take off these 4 bolts, it's gonna fall. Alright, it's starting to come. Alright, you can see it kind of broke loose. It's a little front heavy, so I'm going to put some tension on the back. But more or less I got this thing centered up on the balance. Just gotta go little by little. Alright, and yeah, that's the transmission. Alright, got some degreaser. Gonna be cleaning it off. Let it soak for a little bit. I'll scrub it. Let's go ahead and take off this clutch. Evenly pull it out. And you'll see this kind of either go in or out, one or the other. Then with the clutch coming off, the pressure plate coming off, the clutch is gonna slide, or the friction disc is gonna fall out too, because this pressure plate is gonna be the only thing. This is the only thing that's pushing it against the flywheel. All that's holding it on is this fucking these dowels, like the guide pins. This is just kind of like stuck on there from the dirt. All right, grab it. And do your best not to touch the friction disc. You don't want dirt yet. Got that. Friction disc on the back. And pull that back away out. This is going to be even harder for these bolts, because they're probably Loctited in. But yeah, same thing. Hold on to it, and hopefully I can get a nice. Or I do have a big breaker bar, so I'll probably be able to get it. I just had to find the right position though. The right area to where I can get leverage, hold it, and push off. I had to push off the wheel well, or the tire, or the tranny well, tunnel, whatever you want to call it. Get it, yeah. You can see it's all wet right there. I'm gonna take this off. These two bolts down here that hold the oil pan to that little cover. Take the cover off, which is these fucking probably 10mm bolts. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 bolts, and this cover will come off. Start taking all these bolts off. Alright, no, that's why I have a power drill. So I spent this last fucking hour, probably an hour full. You see me screwdrivers and shit and picks. But all I did was get a pry bar because it actually has that 45-degree angle-ish, and boom, it fucking came off. Our next up is clean off the surrounding area so I can minimize the chance of dirt getting into the oil pan, and then we'll pull this fucker off. There you go. There's the reverse side of it. So what we'll have to do is clean up the sealing surface nice and good so we can throw some new gasket sealer and make sure this fucker never leaks again. But all I did is put a screwdriver right here because it has a lip, so it kind of sits off of it, or sits off the seal. And I just kind of hit it a couple times right here, and got like this, and then I just popped it out. So now I'm gonna clean this all up real good, get everything off, all the dirt, everything. Clean up the sealing surface, and then here is the new one. All right, so I got it kind of cleaned up, more or less. I'm drying off the part where the main seal is gonna sit. All right, and I'm just gonna wipe off all the excess RTV. All right, well I'm sitting here cross leg, hunched in this damn tunnel. I got the sealing surface as clean as I could. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw silicone all over that and all over that. All right, got it all RTV'd. Let's go for it. We got two little guys, I think those are for the bottom, and then we got the longer ones for the bottom. All right, now we got that cover in. Hopefully the sheesh stays fucking good. One thing I forgot to tell you guys when you were putting that cover back on is you gotta make sure that the inside of it, of the rear main seal, which goes against the crankshaft shit, make sure that is lubed up with oil. I had to go back and put oil on it, but yeah, you got to make sure it's lubed up with oil, so it doesn't burn up when the crankshaft's spinning, and that shit is just a dry rubber seal, you know what I mean? On the bolts, and these get torqued to 110 or something like that foot-pounds. 100 to 115 is what I read in the forums. I'm gonna go to 110. So, all right, that one sucked, but I got it. All right.
Yeah, but I lowered it a little bit, so it should be pretty.
All right, so we got it. We got the tranny lined up. We gotta temp install some bolts, and because you don't want to compress all of them or tighten all of them, because then you're stuck with, if you're misaligned on another set of bolts, you can't get them in. So we're gonna temp install a few of them, and put the cross brace on the rear end, and then yeah, we're on our way back to being together. So anyways, got that all set. The biggest part is to have a buddy, like I showed you, a buddy to fucking help you put the engine, I'm sorry, the tranny back on, and make sure that it's 90 degrees. And that is how you change a rear main seal on a, more or less any kind of car, but at least on a 240. So y'all have a good one.